Can you hear me okay, Coach?
Yes, I can.
Okay, awesome. All right, so we'll start off with Steven from Sportsnet.
Hey, Coach. Thanks for doing
Hey,
this.
Steven. Thank you.
I'm good, thank you. I was just wondering, like for Jalen and Malachi, was there anything specific that like they were told to work on that like you were told from the Raptors to kind of pass on to them that they want to see them to work on, like with you here in the 905?
These guys are here to be developed into, without getting into too much detail, just players, right? Defensively, leadership abilities for a guy like Malachi as a point guard. He can score. Can he run the team? Can he defend at a high level? But also just making sure that across the board, these guys are doing and staying within our philosophy, both offensively and defensively. The biggest part is getting these guys to play and play a lot of games.
What can this opportunity do to, I guess, help their growth? Like is it just as simple as, like more playing time is just better for them, or is there something in like them probably being leaned on more heavily with the 905 that'll help their confidence?
Well, both, right? Both, and the best development is done through playing, right? Playing and just getting on the court and doing the things that would be asked of them at the Raptors, meaning playing defense at a high level, but also being very efficient offensively. So as these guys get to play more minutes and a lot of minutes, then they'll have opportunities to grow from it, but also make mistakes and things that we can revisit and correct, prepare them the best we can for the big team.
Great. Thanks a lot, Coach.
Thank you.
We'll head now to Doug Smith with the Toronto Star.
Patrick, how are you today, sir?
Doug, how are you, sir?
I'm good. Thanks very much. How can you sort of accelerate development when you have very little practice time?
You gotta be super efficient, Doug. Gotta be super efficient, very intentional in our practices, in our film sessions, in the instructions we give them, and the way we utilize them in the game. Like you said, not a whole lot of time, so we don't have time to improvise. Although the nature of the beast is such that you will have to at some point, but the best we can is have a plan, stick to it, and move these guys along.
For you personally, what are you looking forward to on Wednesday night when you finally get to coach a game that counts?
Man, win. Win. It's pretty simple. I believe, Doug, like the best development is done as you win. Right? Because if you can have those 12 guys buying into, hey, whatever we do has to serve the purpose of winning. I think that's when good habits and a good mindset, winner's mindset, is developed. And you get rid of a lot of bad stuff if everybody can look into that direction, knowing that it's not about me, it's about winning. And like I told our team, listen, people are attracted to winners. If you win, you get people's attention. And we want to create an atmosphere. We want to create winning habits here.
That's great. If we don't talk before Wednesday, good luck in the opener. Appreciate your time.
Thank you so much, Doug.
We'll head now to Dakota with Ridiculous Upside. Dakota, you there?
Sorry, yeah, I forgot.
Yep. All good.
I forgot to unmute my mic. My bad. After years of working as an assistant with Toronto, under now Nick Nurse of the 905.
In the NBA for almost 9 years now as an assistant coach, and I think this chair just gives you a different perspective. And it also accelerates your growth. That's personally, but also just being able to contribute in this capacity. this organization. So, yeah.
As
That's
a sorry, um, as a new coach yourself, and given the limited practices and short training camp, how important was it for the 905 to have vets like Gary Payton II, Henry Ellenson, and Nick Stauskas that are already comfortable with playing under the pace and the rules of the NBA / G League?
it's always a plus, right? Getting veterans, and we have a good mix. I thought Chad Sanders did a good job just putting this roster together with a good mixture of young players, but also veterans that are willing to teach, willing to mentor. And we've enjoyed as a staff just the exchange between the older players and the younger players, and just the selflessness on a daily basis, being willing to share with the younger players without any threats, without any fear, and knowing that ultimately we're all after the same thing and the same purpose while we're here. We don't have much time, so we try to maximize every interaction, every meeting, every practice we have.
What are some of the lessons and philosophies that you've learned in your time, whether it was Toronto, Denver, or as an assistant with Austin? I think they were the Spurs or the Toros back then. That you're looking to carry over to your new opportunity with the 905.
Well, I coach the game with a pure heart, but be sincere with the guys. Stick to what you believe in. That's what I've seen. I was fortunate enough to work for multiple coaches, and the really good ones are the ones that are not afraid to be themselves. None of them were perfect, but the really good ones were themselves. And hopefully that's what I get to do also, being myself, discover myself and how I want to lead, but also, bring people along as we go on this journey together.
This is my final question for you.
Yeah.
You know that a lot of all G League teams with direct affiliates do a lot to try to replicate the culture and system of their NBA affiliates and help with two-way players and assignees. With that in mind, are you going to be adding any new wrinkles to how the 905 play compared to the Toronto Raptors?
Yes.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
We'll head now to Akil with NBA TV Canada.
First off, congratulations, Coach. This may be an unfair question. It's early in the game, knowing the timelines are under. But I know your theme is just win. But do you get any sense in the time you spent with this group of what the identity of this group might play out like on the court?
Yes, I thought, Akil, first of all, it's good to talk to you. And as far as identity, listen, we have a group of players that are willing to play hard. They're willing to share the ball and play for each other. And hopefully that will translate into winning.
And lastly, we've gone through, two very different coaches before you, Jerry Stackhouse, Jama. Talk to me about, what you consider to be your lead characteristics, or what we're going to learn about you as we watch you coach this season.
Could you repeat that last part? You broke off a little bit.
Sorry. What are we going to learn about you? Like, what's going to be the lead characteristic or the things that jump out on screen about you as a coach?
Well, I'll let you decide that for me. All I can do with Kill is to just be myself and try to bring these guys along. Like I said, just help them understand how hard it is to win, help them understand what it takes to win, and guide them into the different habits they need to sustain on a daily basis in order to win. Because ultimately, winning is what separates players. And 2/3 of call-ups came from winning teams, right? And if we want to help these guys along, you got to teach them how to win.
Okay, good luck, Coach. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Akil. Good talking to you.
We'll head now to Aaron with SI.com.
Hey, Patrick. Thanks for doing this. I'm wondering if you think it's easier to get buy-in from some of these guys because of the success the program has had. Just having that 905 jersey on seems to be good luck for Raptors players.
I hope you're right. I hope you're right. You know, we're trying, and we'll know when we stop playing, right? You know, we certainly try every day to cement our philosophy, our core beliefs, and try to make them permanent so that they will subside once we start playing and they're thrown in that fire, that we're able to maintain and stay with those habits that we are forging right now. So yeah, it's part of our culture. I think the Raptors in general have done a good job just with a winning culture, a culture where winning is at the forefront of everything we do. And I think it certainly helps as we acquire these guys, just knowing that that is the expectation, that is the standard, and we will try like crazy to meet those expectations.
Do you think winning and development ever come into conflict, or is your focus sort of solely on winning, no matter what?
I think the best winning is done. The best development is done while you're winning. That's, I believe that wholeheartedly, and I was fortunate enough in my career to be part of losing organizations, winning organizations, and I've seen development all fronts. I've been part of developing players in an environment where you didn't win, and it's not impossible to develop while you're winning.
Sure.
Head to Andrew with Raptors Republic.
Hey, Coach. Just to push a bit more on what Aaron was saying, let's say you have all the buy-in from all the players, and some are struggling. Some even Raptors first-round draft picks are struggling. Do you have the green light to put them on the bench in favor of winning in the G League bubble?
That's a good question here. Are you trying to get me in trouble?
No, I'm not trying to get you in trouble. Maybe there is a conflict. I'm thinking, so that's what came